Yo, thank you, Captain Katsura, for that resub. 30 months. Fuck. Yo. Mucho apreciado. Por favor. Yeah, we are just firing up. 2 p.m. MDT. It is the time I am trying to make. Nice thing is I am moving back my gym sessions by a little bit here shortly, so that should help a little bit. It'll give me a little bit more time. God, this game's so fucking jaunty. Right from the word go. What a miserable pile of jaunt. Vlad Masco. Alright, let's get these. I guess I haven't waited 5 minutes. Yeah, I remember playing like a tiny bit of this game and thinking like, this is pretty alright. This game feels good to play. And this is a very anime game, so I'm looking forward to it. So how y'all been? How's it going, chat? In our catch-up time here. It was the first day back at the gym where we properly did a day focused mostly on cardio and like difficult strength tasks while also doing cardio. So like a bunch of one-armed push-ups real fast while also throwing a medicine ball against a wall. And doing a bunch of squats, doing a bunch of ab work. It fucking sucked. Never stopping, and it hurt so bad. I was breathing so hard. Oh my god, it was the worst. Like literally, the second we started up, I was just like, because I knew it was going to be a bad time. And yo, congrats on the new job. Well, let us back it in. Let us begin, as was spoken of in legend, the twisted tales of Spike McFang. It would in fact appear I have played this video game before. Continue from beginning, also known as start. Yeah, I remember this game being bizarre, and it was a little slower paced, so I didn't get very far. So I want to give it a little bit more time today. I remember this game being very definitively neat. Very cool little game. Fighter Island, where young adventurers learn the ways of the warrior. I'm going to rule. Camellia? Oh no. Yo, no. Your pet cat, this game is... I remember it getting pretty wild and pretty dope. There's a little bit of an intro because this game has a lot of personality. That is the most that is the most real shit motivation a character has ever had is, yo, I already signed up for the classes and I'm not gonna get my fucking money back if I don't go to them, so like I'm gonna do that. That's part of why I do personal training stuff, is just yeah. Like, I'm already paying for it, I don't want to not go. Yeah, her kingdom sucks ass. That can ruin anyone's day. My kingdom, tight as fuck. Cellular phone. Adventure time, baby. Oh, right, there's knockback on throwing your hat. Oh, Hadouken! Master, Ching Cao Chang? I think. The spirit of Fighter Island. I wonder if that's a reasonable name. But you can call me Clarence. Okay, that's... You can call me Tim. This is a pretty classic joke. God. East Island Chief. All y'all reminded me of it. I probably should have read the instructions on that. Do I need to chop it? Am I just supposed to be hopping these logs? Oh, I think I just needed to hop a certain number of logs. I made that a lot more exciting because I didn't read. This is where you will master the spin attack. Press the Y button to spin and hit 30 rocks with UK. But don't spin too quickly or you'll get dizzy. And yeah, if you mash, you get this big spinneroonie. But then you can't move for like a pretty big period of time. I'm glad in this kind of slightly strange perspective, they opted to give you a circular attack as your main attack. Oh, hello, Professor Steam. Hello, Professor. You have achieved another level of experience. That's what I say to myself every time I finish a video game. Or put one down. Excellent! Strong agree. Okay, the seesaw in the clearing ahead. You got it. Excuse me? Pardon me? Here goes baby Dracula. Spike McFang, the best little vampire there's ever been. The hat toss. Press and hold the Y button until your hat begins to float, then let go and watch it fly. Your challenge is to ground 15 balloon animals. Okay. Every sprite in this game has been pretty magical so far. These little sheep dudes, pretty amazing, gotta say. I love these animals on balloons, or as it's known in some countries, balloon animals. Ah, someone I could like curve it through them. There we go, got one of them. Yeah, I'm really liking all the sprite work in this game so far. Oh. Is this part of training or is this not part of training? Oh, beans. I want to achieve another level of experience. Hit him with the short hops. Okay, yeah, I guess that was planned. And overcome my magic cane! Is this the boss fight theme? Oh boy. Oh no! Oh, nice dodges. Ooh, nice whip punish. Get fucked. Small token. It's an empty box. When you learn card tricks, you can store your cards in this file. Press the L and R buttons to sort through your cards, then press the A button to perform the selected trick. Ooh. Yo, thank you for the resub, Thoughtful Walrus.
Well, I'm a lucky sick boy watching a sick streamer play sick games.
Oh my god, is this our first enemy? The tiger baby. Go to my castle home and find my parents. All right. This game is like the exact level of just weird enough that it's really intriguing in a really charming way. It's kind of like if you've ever had a niece or nephew that gets really into like a cartoon show for kids that like you know nothing about, and then you're watching like one of the later season episodes of it where there's just so much prerequisite knowledge and you have none of it, so you're just kind of fascinated trying to put it all together. It's like that. It's like anime. Saturday morning anime, but baffling. Hello, Dawson. Dawson? Hey, everybody. Say hello to Dawson. I kind of love Dawson the mostin. Ooh, star hat, feather hat. Oh, tomato card. I would like to buy one tomato card. No, thank you. I will, Dawson. Oh, it's Dawson. What Dawson? That Dawson. Right there. I'm sorry, is this a gacha mechanic? Yes, please. Congratulations, you won. It's a gacha machine that fucking throws up. Oh god, it's horrible. Congratulations, you won. Yes, please. Are you kidding me? Like the option of having spells? Companion card. Okay. You got it, pal. Here's your card. Yeah, if they... The role of the gacha machine will be played by Tim Allen. Oh my god. I love that in this game where you play, I guess, the Prince of Vampires. A very common enemy is this. What? Oh, okay. Come hold this, cloves. Well, time to go into my hat palace. Yo, Slowby, thank you for the resub. What up?
Tim Allen noise.
That makes sense. Yeah, as thank you so much for the bit taker, so and I just reached a new level of experience. Yo, thank you for the bits, and yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling about it. Is yeah, it's like it's a little off. It's kind of this show, especially the little garlics. Now that I look at them, very fighting food-ons. Very fighting food-ons. Also, the fact that you can move by hopping is quite good. Let me in. I'm Baby Dracula. Let me in. Oh my god. Oh, this was not my intention. What if I told you this game is 2-player? No shit. I mean, it makes sense. There's a second slot up on the top right. What if you told me this game was 2-player? Oh, there's no HUD or anything for player 2, so they're just invincible? Really? Oh, and the American version of this game is harder. Oh, you're at the entrance to the castle? Yes, of course. The other nice thing too is, Slow Beef, the way you're describing that sounds like it's like super drop in, drop out okay, since the other character just can't die. Also, shit, I totally lost the last line of dialogue. I think it was just beat up these garlic guys, one of them will drop a key, if I remember right, from the first time I played this game a while back. Ooh, big coin. I keep not reading at the most. Oh, I have the key to your pet Sid who's in the water. Right, that's what it is. You have to walk over there. Oh, this was... Oh, okay. The person who you did LP Super Metroid with LP this and you were Invincible Player 2. Oh, nice. I mean, this game seems mad fun. Yeah, I thought Sid was off to the left side. There we go. You have to blow up those dudes first. Also, this is our Dracula's pet friend, Sid. No! Oh, I got the tomato. No, the American version of this game was, yeah, allegedly was made harder, so it would make sense that it could be a pretty tough game in practice.
I am the great Vampany. Behold, pulls out a card between his tiny fangs.
Oh, thank you. Get this big door. Oh, nuts. I mean, what a dot. What? Yo, why can these zombies cook? What a bizarre game. The music is just so charming. Oh, hell yeah. Bat party. Yo, cards are good. I think I should buy more cards. Not that you have to convince me very hard to go roll on the gacha machine more. Yeah, the cards appear to be a consumable of some form, like consumable super attacks, which I'm cool with. I do want to upgrade my hat, though, so I need to save up for like 200 and 400.
Hat Kid looks different.
I would say so. Who's Hat Kid? Is that a known character?
Oh, you never heard of that kid? The Hat Kid in Time or whatever came out like last.
Oh, Hat in Time. Yeah, I forgot about that game. Right.
That's right. That's the name of the game. But it was Hat Kid. Is there a side stream, by the way?
There is not. 1 second. Oh lord, I forgot about this goof. That was quite good. Okay, let me just get a window capture going. And reset screen. Reset transform. Alright, there we go.
Oakley dokley.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I accidentally pressed A instead of Y to save. You must succeed in your mission.
Well, you can't disappoint the Mao. The head. Moai, that's what I'm. Goddamn.
Smite.
My brain's baking.
Smite. All right. What we need is the word spike to take up 5% of the screen. Don't worry, we'll design around it.
What does the spike mean?
I mean, that's the character's name.
Oh, fair enough. That certainly is an interesting design decision.
Man, these enemies fucking suck. They can just kind of hit you back after you hit them.
I guess the other obvious joke would be, wow, Super Mario Odyssey looks different.
Yeah, this is very much the Cappy toss.
These feline fighters have some weird animations, too.
That blow up was very funny. That was like... I want to see if we get another one on camera. I mean, this seems like one of those games, kind of like Spelunky, where it gets unbelievably easier as soon as you're willing to be patient. Like when you're trying to rush and be aggressive and stuff, it can get pretty sketch. Also, I do like the implication that garlic is a vampire's weakness, but tomatoes are his strength.
Ah, so your character's a vampire then?
Yes.
Interesting.
Spike
Actually reminds me of...
Prince of the Vampire, hero of the people.
I seem to recall like a
Tomato,
snack
tomato.
food I used to have in Greece all the time, which was, they're called Draculinas, and they were like tomato-flavored vampire teeth.
Oh wow, weird. Sounds maybe good? I don't know.
They were pretty good. It's just that's you're saying tomatoes are vampire strength. That's immediately what.
Yeah, makes sense. Yo, look at the resub, Just Huxley.
They were
Yo,
like tomato flavored Cheetos. Think of it like that.
Oh fuck! Folks,
The fuck?
thanks, buddy. That's our friend.
Framped?
Kind of, yeah. But it's like Framp's cool brother, Dramp.
So Kath.
Cooler.
Okay.
More chill. Older and more chill. I'm out of
Well, at
cards.
least-
I am out of health. Oh boy.
Well, at least Spike isn't one of those vampires who gets killed by water.
That's true. Like, can't cross a fucking running stream. Oh, there's an advanced
Yes.
clove. I got I got smoked from off screen. Damn. Just instantly into my coffin. Whoop. All right, now I know to play more carefully around these awful cats. And I remember
Their prancing animation.
it's very cat-like for what it's worth.
Yeah, I'll give it to them. Yeah. Okay, so you can just ignore enemies.
Yeah. You don't want to because level ups in this game are like really, really big if I remember right. Like every level up doubles your stats or something crazy like that. Like it's like really crucial.
Well, at least you have the option to just nope out of something.
Yeah, after I play this game more, I might want to see how like wacky the speedrun is and see if it's like a wacky tech thing or wow, those do a shitload. Okay, do not fart with those. Holy shit, stuff does so much damage. Oh, and in the Japanese version, level ups restored your HP. Damn, I almost just want to parsec this, but specifically the Japanese version, so we can just like go crazy through it. Okay, I got some tomato. Oh no. How are you with katakana? None. I don't speak Japanese at all. Oh, I got the stank on me. Ooh, no thanks.
That is a good question. Does the hat attack feel as awkward as it looks?
Yes. Yes. This game is mad janky. I'm having
Definitely
a good time
getting that
with it.
impression.
Yeah, make no mistake, I'm having an okay time. This game is like mad janky. Oh, I'm just gonna wait until I have a level up. I'm gonna die if he touches me again.
Where is your health meter anyway?
It is the tomato counter at the top left.
Okay.
I have no more E-tanks, and I am down to 2 health, which sometimes is just 1 hit in the American version of this. Sometimes there's just stuff that does a lot.
Is he wearing some bitchin' shades?
I don't know. Nope, spider there. Oh, just going for a walk through my own castle. Nothing weird about this.
Oh, so have like evil forces invaded your castle? Is that the
I
premise of the
guess.
game?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming as much. It doesn't seem like our dipshit vampire knows that yet, but I think he's starting to put it together.
Yeah, there's some pretty decent parallax here.
Yeah. Yeah, they're actually using it correctly. Yeah, I need a key. I wish the camera would go a little faster.
I imagine that probably has something to do with that parallax we were just talking about.
Probably. Ooh, that thing just did almost all of my health. Okay, can't jump across. Do I, like, need to kill this spider to get the key? Yep, it would seem that way based on the key underneath it. Oh boy, another save point would be so cool. Jesus. Has so much health.
Well, it's a chufty spider.
I'm beginning to see that I would probably play... I want to play the Japanese version, but then it would be in Japanese.
Well, how much do you need the text?
I mean, probably a bit, because it tells me what to do sometimes, like, go find your pet who's underwater. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because, yeah, remember, normally I'd be, like, healing to full after every level, and unfortunately in the American version that doesn't happen, so since I haven't gone back to town and just filled up on tomatoes, yeah, you need to grind, it looks like, for the American version, which, that's gonna be a pass from me. I don't have enough time in my life for that.
Why on earth did they do that for the American version?
Because that was a thing they did for a long time, where they're just like, oh, Americans think the games are too easy, so make them harder. Well, we don't have any budget to actually make them harder in an intelligent way. How about we just make every enemy do double damage?
I always heard it the other way, like with Super Mario 2.
No, almost. Super Mario 2 is like one of the very few examples of the game being slightly easier, and even then, it's not really that it's easier, it's just that they removed the stupid bullshit of making you play through the same game 5 times. Like, it's still the same difficulty of game, it's just you had to play through it 5 times. You do not have to do that anymore, thank God.
Fair enough.
Basically the only... There's like a few examples of the Japanese version being harder, but it's almost universally the other way around. It's usually either the European or the American version that's the hardest. There were a couple RPGs back in the day where they released like easy type ones for the US, but that was about it. And then some of it was because people were like complaining, game's too easy. And then other stuff was because they had, they would have people from like America being like, well, we don't want people just renting these games for a weekend and beating them. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of Castlevania 3, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, like Devil May Cry 3 is another famous example of a game being so much harder in the American version. Holy shit. To the point that the special edition of the game basically just fixes the difficulties and puts them back to where they were supposed to be.
Fair, that's one game where I was totally fine with it, because I love my difficulty in my Devil May Cry. But I understand that not everyone does.
And then also some of the funniest ones are when they decide to make RPGs harder for America, because that just means they just ruin RPGs, generally speaking.
Fucking Seventh Saga.
Seventh Saga is like the most famous. Is that Working Designs? Who did that? I'm trying to remember who was behind the Seventh Saga fuck up.
Like, that was... I am still to this day perplexed by that. Like, Jesus Christ.
And yeah, like, rentals made a lot of games in America harder, just like across the board. It's like, it's a known thing too. Like, for example, Evo, the Search for Eden or whatever, EVO, the SNES game where you like start out as a weird blob thing and then turn into a fish and then turn into a dinosaur and get a bunch of parts. The game that Author Blue speedruns, the American speedrun of that game is no shit about 10 times harder. It is wild how much harder the American version of that game is. Like, shit is so unfucking forgiving. Whereas the Japanese one, it's like, you can just kind of chill and walk through it. It's a nice casual run. Evo is so much harder in the English release. Like, it's 2 separate speedruns entirely. Like, normally they do, you know, like, oh, this, we just play it in Japanese because it's a few frames faster or whatever. This one is literally there as a category for Japan versus everywhere else.
So apparently the shopkeeper in this game, Dowson, was originally a pretty blonde girl, but in the American version was changed to a mummified creature.
That kicks ass. Good shit, America. That's way better. May the results. Enemies have higher defense. Spell Egg's health doesn't get replenished. Option to restart with full health at the beginning of an area. If you die was removed. That's boring. And yeah, they changed Dowson to kick ass.
You see, this whole game censorship thing, it's been around for a long time.
God, yeah. You have to remember, though, again, there's a difference between censorship and an artistic decision by the team that is updating it, who has decided, when we're updating it, let's make this better. That was just holy shit. Those were some head-ass decisions from, a lot of it was there was a fear of Blockbuster for a long time, where people were like, oh, they can just beat the game in a weekend, they won't have to buy it. People weren't really doing that much. Speaking of which, have you seen that now that Netflix and Amazon and Hulu and VRV and all that, there's like 25 different streaming services again?
Yup.
Piracy rates are skyrocketing again. Now that people...
What a surprise.
What a surprise. They made it fucking unbelievably asinine to try and reach and enjoy any of their content. Oops. Oops.
It would have been impossible to see this coming. Come on.
Yeah. Who could have expected that when they took it from a system where everyone was leaving because you had to pay for fucking 20 different packages and it ended up costing you like $150 a month, that when they went back to that and made it you had to pay for 20 different subscriptions, people would do it again. Oh, can I not go back? To go back to town?
Apparently not.
Huh, okay. Well, I think that's enough of Spike McFang. I think the American version may in fact just be considerably worse.
I'm sure there's probably a hack somewhere, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, but that would be interesting to play the original good version of that. Spike McFang. Well, it's time for me to play a game that I chose, and this one's not SNES or Genesis. I lied.
Yes.
I fucking lied. It's your boy TieTuesday. You can call me Lie Tuesday, because this is Game Boy Advance and it's Dragon Ball Z Boo's Fury, and also Dragon Ball GT Transformation, because it's a dual cart. Because that's a thing that happened at some points in time. You may not remember this happening, but it very much did. Oh god, now I have to look through the incredibly large list of Dragon Ball Z games they made over the years. You ever scroll down a list and get depression and see how many bad games they made? Oh,
yes.
It's so many. And good news, everybody. Boo's Fury is the second to the bottom entry, so this is gonna be good.
Someone in the chat said the Boo's Fury is actually alright, so I guess we'll see.
We'll see.
Music's not bad.
It seems alright. Also, just seeing the lads in the back. Previously in Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku 2, in case you didn't know which game you were supposed to play before this. Yo, this is accurate. Spoilers for DBZ, by the way. I like that Gohan. Normal. Except for one thing.
Good fat cell there.
I'm really excited for that new Dragon Ball Z RPG coming up. the it's just called Kakarot, right? Like right now, like Project Kakarot or something.
Something was gestating in the center of the Earth, a bad story arc to follow up the Cell Saga.
Hey. The Boo Saga had a lot of good elements that they forced to be like 10 times as many episodes as it should have.
Yeah.
Imagine
Like
imagine if you only had to deal with Gotenks for like 5 minutes instead of like 2 hours.
Like if only we could have just had like the Mr. Satan arc and everything else could have just not been there. I don't know.
There were definitely a couple points of, oh my god, we
Dragon,
get
Rock
it.
the
You're
Dragon.
transforming again. I get it. You look
Okay.
the same.
The Vegeta character development and the Mr. Satan arc. That's pretty much all I want to keep from the Boo Saga.
I mean, the big thing is like they start up with some stuff that's pretty good about like kind of Goku passing the mantle of like defender of Earth, you know, to his son Gohan, and that's like
It takes that shit right back.
where it's going, and then it just doesn't happen.
So on second thought, Gohan, you suck. I'm taking it back. Gonna keep it now. Bye.
At least Gohan gets a good life afterwards. Just gets a good chill life with his good chill wife and their kid.
I haven't really seen Super besides the movies. Does Gohan do anything, or is it just like Goku and all?
Oh, he helps. Like,
Yeah,
he-
there's some.
Yeah, he's not like a main.
Stuff.
Like, make no mistake, Goku is very much the main character of Super, and they are completely unabashed in that. But yeah, like
'Cause I've
everyone
only
does
seen
stuff.
Battle of the Gods and Broly, so that's all I know about Super.
Like, here's how good Super is about giving a lot of characters their moment who never used to get their moment. Fucking Android 17 has a moment. Android 17 is a character in the original Dragon Ball Z that appears for all of like 6 minutes and then leaves, gets absorbed by Cell, and then gets evicted from Cell and is like, well, bye.
Yeah, I could never remember what happened to him after the Cell Saga. Like,
He
did
went on to
just,
become like a park ranger.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's part of his motivation. He's doing the Android 16 protect the bird.
Yeah, exactly. Like that whole joke of like people forget that is in fact a goof that was done, you know, the whole I love nature, but also that was really his motivation. Like that was his thing. He was the Terminator who got sent and then was like, except planet Earth is pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, there was the Tournament of Power arc, and say what you will about that, that had a lot of really fun. Character gets to do this.
No words. Okay.
Ah, yes, I remember when they treated Grand Kai's as something special as opposed to just dropping them all over the damn place.
Yeah, there's a certain comedy when you like look back at how much respect they give everybody and then how they're treated later. like Boo is just kind of played for a goof, with the exception of Boo even gets one really good moment in Super of Boo finally gets inspired by Goku to actually train for once, and oops, it's terrifying, it turns out. Like as soon as Boo trains for 10 minutes, he is immediately the most ripped motherfucker who's ever lived. And is like, actually, I think it's Goku to a standstill, something like that. It's pretty good. I should
What about
watch those
Oob?
again.
Is Oob in Super?
They mention Oob exists in passing once and are basically like, and Oob died on their way back to their home planet.
Okay,
That's
fair
kinda
enough.
how they treat it,
That's
like-
reasonable.
Yeah, they're like, Oob was a mistake, so sorry. I just finished doing 5 million push-ups. This is me every morning.
I wish that was me this week. I've been sick, and it's really making me unhappy.
You can really get a good workout in a place where time has no meaning. Damn, that's OD. I do like that these guys immediately were just like, oh shit, I have infinite time to lift. I'm gonna have infinite gains.
That's my dream.
Ooh, there's special techniques. Do I have other special techniques? Maybe eventually. You know how to block, right? No.
Everything is before GT Hero of the Waste.
GT is non-canonical.
Yes.
So, yeah, GT didn't happen.
They're kind of parting out GT for the good bits and then just leaving everything. Yeah.
It's like Devil May Cry 2.
Oh god, Devil May Cry 2. I luckily didn't buy that, but somebody I know.
I rented it, and I was very confused.
I do like this tutorialization of you just running around talking to a bunch of buff dudes who are just talking about how great they are and their great techniques. Okay,
They're
that's
all
too much fourth wall. Back off. Nope, too many. Easy, one less.
I also appreciate that they're all the same guy, but they're all unique palette swap color.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a different guy.
Oh no, that's a palette swap too.
I just love immediately just, yo, there's a fighting challenge. Fighting! Yes.
Ooh, chests.
Okay. Oh, so they do work correctly. They reduce your speed, but you get more experience for winning with them. Good.
Yeah, because the game has already got you at level 60. There's some continuity between power levels in this.
In the games? Yeah, because this comes after Legacy of Goku too. Fucking punch their ass into gems. Come catch this. I'm Kakarot. I'm here to punch you. Is this like Player Unknowns? Where are we dropping, boys?
Pretty much.
Yo.
Like good old classic level up spinner.
Give me that headband.
Look kind of like a waistband?
It's a white belt. Required level 50. Good news. Already there. How do I level ups? Is this how my points are spent? I may need to earn it first. Oh, use points. There we go. Oh, so there's... Wait, am I not using my points right? Oh, you have to tick them in. Okay, there we go.
Did it just automatically put everything into endurance?
No, I just have a buff to that from that white belt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Goku, are you sure you're ready to punch everyone in the butt?
Oh hey, it's a Dragon Ball Z RPG from before Xenoverse was a thing. Good luck.
I mean, there were like 5 billion Dragon Ball RPGs before Xenoverse.
There are so many Dragon Ball games. Like I said when I switched over to this game, and I wasn't kidding, this like the list when I was trying to like find games, when I put in Dragon Ball Z : it was like 30 something entries.
And almost none of them are any good.
They're almost all ass. The fighting games before Fighters were terrible.
Yep. Funny story, when I was a kid, I actually had the NES Dragon Ball game for like the whole time before I had any idea what Dragon Ball was.
Yes, Dragon Power. That's what it was called, I think,
Yep.
over here.
Oh, yes, it was. I had no idea what Dragon Ball was, so when I saw it like years later, it just blew my mind that I was playing that like constantly as a kid, and just being angry at it because I could never get past like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
For
it's
what
an
worth, I will
enragingly
say,
hard game.
leveling up this fast is unbelievably Goku. I think that's the most Goku thing about this game, is that he's just leveling up fucking constantly. This looks boring. I mean, it's okay. I just want to get better moves. And also, I don't really know what they want me to do exactly. Like, I'm just beating up a lot of people right now.
That's what I wanted you to do.
I mean, it's Goku, so...
There's a good point. Some of the Budokai games weren't bad.
They weren't really great, like, technical fighting games, but they were good party fighters.
I don't know. I'll be real. They were pretty ass for that, too. Like, they were games where you could, like, play around in them for, like, maybe 5 hours, just being like, yay, it's Goku. And then by the end, you're like, God, I'm sick of this. I'm so sick of this.
Yeah, just if you got a bunch of people that don't actually know how to play fighting games.
Yeah, you could rent it and mash buttons for a couple hours and have fun. How do you like the Falconer music? Pretty good. And yo, Winder, thank you for the resub. Follow me.
Also, it never occurred to me, but yes, this is Bruce Falconer as fuck.
It is. Oh. Oh, am I actually level 65? Oh, nice. Got there. Exactly got there before the gate.
Well, Mini-Matt, how could Goku have ever paid taxes even canonically? He doesn't have any income.
Yeah, it's actually canonical that Goku is poor as shit. Despite being incredibly powerful. Like, I mean, now that he's married into a good family now, so thanks to his son.
I mean, his wife's family was rich too.
True. But not as much.
Basically, Goku was a trophy husband.
Yeah. Well, I guess I don't... Ah.
Yeah, Ox King was rich.
I don't know. Probably.
I mean, he's a king.
Yeah, he definitely was rich. I recall that being the case in the
It's been a while since I've watched original Dragon Ball. If only I could instant transmission through it. Oh, there we go. God. See, now you want to talk about something smart. An RPG that lets you use instant transmission. Dude, Pecan has never been the better fighter. Pecan was such a joke. Smite, the best part about them giving Goku the ability to just be anywhere is it's literally the way he gets it is something along the lines of, like, he arrives from space, steps out of an orb, is dressed like a confusingly fancy lad. One sec, I gotta take something real quick.
Yeah, he came back from space wearing like space samurai armor, and his explanation for it is, "Oh yeah, I learned that from the people there. They taught me how to do it. It's easy."
You know, the space people.
There's also the part where Krillin tries to explain to him what's been happening, and he just grabs him and downloads Krillin's memories of what's been happening. And he's like, "Oh, I didn't know I could do that, but whatever."
Does he ever use that ever again?
Not to my knowledge, no.
So basically, Goku's becoming more and more like Superman as the days go by.
Goku basically is Silver Age Superman in some respects.
So many powers, he forgets that he has them.
Superman's super weaving powers, he's using super arithmetic.
To be fair, if his super weaving could probably just be folded into his super speed, let's be honest here. I personally liked his super hypnosis powers, which is how they explain people not recognizing him with the glass.
I forgot about that. See, I've always just enjoyed how, quite frankly, or Frank Quitely, I fucked up his pseudonym, but whatever, draws Clark Kent versus how he draws Superman, if you've ever read All-Star Superman. Like, he draws Clark Kent with the most
Alright,
klutzy...
1 second, folks. I'm gonna put up the placeholder image, but UPS just called me and claimed they need me to confirm the address on the package, which is a thing I've done 3 times and called in, so I have to find the way to call their place and not the main UPS thing to go through the machine lines. Hopefully I can get this fixed for a 4th time and actually fix it, so be right back.
Good luck. Oh yeah, Super Dickory. I haven't thought about Super Dickory in ages.
It's so amazing how they used to just put covers like that out there just in order to get you to buy it. Like, we are going to tempt you with Superman potentially doing something like, it's so hard to describe. It's like high-powered and petty at the same time.
Just reminds me of that one episode of Batman Brave and the Bold where they just took all those and made an episode out of it.
I think my favorite one is, it's not against the law to put pennies in my Superman. Stop it, jokester, or I'll kill you.
Yeah, that was original clickbait. Good point.
You won't believe why Superman is denying Jimmy Olsen water in a desert.
How is Superman going to be killing Lois Lane this week? I mean, to be fair, gorillas on covers would make things sell better for me. Come on now.
I mean, look at how many gorillas are actually in.
Also, you are really screwing up a lot of people in chat by saying things that they've wanted to say before them. Well, basically what I'm saying is keep doing that. It's amusing.
God, God, I'm trying to remember other good ones, but they're just not coming to mind.
Well, Super Dickory is good. I don't know if anyone read the old like Sean Baby Hostess ads.
Oh
I
God,
still think
I'm on a cupcake caper. Chomp chomp.
I think my favorite one though was the Aquaman one, where the comic was actually called That Dirty Beach. That is a real Hostess ad. That Dirty Beach. That is not a joke. That is not something he wrote in. That is a real.
Now I'm just thinking about how the Marvel house name for the art credit for a lot of people drew this and nobody wants to take credit for it, which is Manuel Mano or Manny Hands.
Pretty good. Yeah, Superman King of Earth. And another thing I'm really glad that they brought in for that Batman Brave and the Bold episode.
Now I'm gonna just people that aren't in the Discord. There has been a lot of discourse over the Sonic comics, specifically through the Thanks Ken Penders blog, and without going into like the errata of that guy in particular, just the comics. Holy shit! I'm glad I crossed over to Marvel after like 25 issues of Sonic comics.
Yeah, I only had like 1 or 2 issues of it. I didn't read very much of it. I had the Sonic Spinball comic.
I had up to like the foil 25 issue of the Archie series, and then I fell out of that and got into Spider.
Probably the right decision.
Oh, from what I was seeing, it's definitely the right decision. It's the term I would like to use to describe the latter era of those comics are under Penders is like vaguely upsetting Calvin Ball.
Only vaguely?
In like vaguely in a way where you can't really nail down what it is that you're so distressed about it. And also just like the house art style being weird gremlin beings.
Whoa. Look at all the anime.
I don't think I've ever seen the Thanks Ken Penders thing. I'll have to take a look at that. That sounds amusing.
Yeah, it's a really good Tumblr. It's like I would recommend it to experience those bad comics in the same way I recommend the video podcast Good Bad or Bad Bad as the way to experience Neil Breen movies.
Oh, I'm well acquainted with Neil Breen.
I can't. I watched Double Down once without anybody else's assistance, and I felt like I was being slowly converted to a religion I did not understand the tenets of.
That sounds about right. Although,
and if you've heard the soundtrack to that movie, the soundtrack supports that feeling.
The film he did after Double Down, I think, is even more so on the being converted to a terrifying religion.
I can't even remember which is the next one he did because they're all basically the same movie.
Well, no, the next one he did is the one where he talks about like killing millions of evil bankers and stuff.
I resign today as president of the bank.
You know, the movie that really reads as like the manifesto of a crazy person who should probably be on several FBI watch. Yeah, pass through. Well, okay, it's all of them to a certain extent, but pass through is even more so just Jesus Christ.
Fateful Findings does have one of my favorite scenes in any of his movies, though, which is Well, Jim, I can't help you out of this one. He's holding his dead friend and going, I can't help you out of this one.
Wait, Archie Sonic had microwaving the baby? What?
Oh, Watsuban in the chat says, let's talk about Godfrey Ho movies. Let's talk about Godfrey Ho movies. Do you know anything about Godfrey Ho movies?
The name sounds familiar. Let me just quick see if I can refresh my memory.
So Godfrey Ho is a Hong Kong hailing filmmaker whose claim to fame was buying up film stock from unfinished movies that were just going to otherwise die on the shelf. And then he would shoot new scenes with ninjas in them and then redub the movies and then edit them together. So you were watching 2 or 3 bad movies at once with ninjas interconnecting the plot.
I can see that taking a look at his IMDb page. Huh.
He's made over 100 movies, and most of them have ninja in the title.
They sure as hell do.
Like his people in the chat, his movies are like getting kicked in the head. Like you feel disoriented after watching.
Interesting that on his IMDb page, one of the 4 film posters they have up is all in Greek for some reason.
Hello.
You having fun there, Ty?
Yeah. The UPS people called me, and then they're like, apparently they called me, but my phone didn't go off, so I don't know how they did that, but they left a voicemail, so that was cool, but I got like no missed call notification. I don't know how the fuck they pulled it off, but
they have their ways.
Good on them, I guess. And the thing is, he like told me the specific store it was at and was like, yeah, we need to confirm your address before we send this out. And I have called in and confirmed my address 3 times over the last 3 days. And they still just were like, yeah, we need to confirm your address because our driver said it doesn't exist. And I just already have done that. And they've delivered to this address for the last 2 years without problem. So I'm really fucking sick of it. And they left me a number to call back. And it wasn't the store number. It was the UPS general support call number. Oh my god.
Lovely.
It's not just UPS is trash. It's just the mail system.
Is this something about your address?
Huh?
Is it just something about your address? Because I've definitely, back when I was working customer service, I ran into a lot of issues.
No, it's a new driver. It's a new driver, and there was some construction nearby, so he probably saw the construction and said, no thanks, and just left.
Oh. What is with this music?
The fucking coolest Kai.
That's just Master Roshi with elf ears.
Like, I want everyone to know, my phone is literally in front of me, sitting on the desk between me and the computer.
Fight house.
I just want it on the record that my phone has never rang. Okay, getting through some of this tournament lore.
Arqua! Are you not actually doing anything here?
This is just, yeah, watching. Who will win between Goku and Pecan?
Well, don't keep me in suspense. I like how his blast attack looks.
Oh, there we go. Man, Pecan, you did nothing. I mean, punching doesn't do that much more damage than Kamehameha. Kamehameha just hits 1,000 times. Punching hits once. When it's not being blocked, it did like 16. When he was blocking it, it did 1.
Like, seriously, that is just Master Roshi with elf ears.
Oh, shit.
You ready
Here
for the
comes.
Great Saiyaman?
I fucking love when we get like breaks like this. Oh no, I'm a nerd. I'm a level 55 nerd at least. I can go play in the woods. Yeah, that's pretty Goten.
Yes, this is just the plot of DB's now John Sicoli. I mean,
And yo, thank you for the bits. And yeah, I wish they had done more kind of goofy slice of life stuff in DBZ. I mean, that's what Super did, like a lot more of.
Super gave us what we wanted, which is these idiots being a family.
Yeah.
back in the day.
The baseball episode just is fucking out.
Yeah, it does
They
get
thought-
back into regular DBZ eventually, but it very much starts out in Goof Troop land, which is fun. And I wish they did a little bit more of it. The Tournament of Power kind of dragged on and got a little dry towards the end, but it all looked really good.
Yeah, their mistake was thinking that everyone wanted angry yelling men hitting each other. No, we just wanted a little bit of that.
Yeah. It also did, it did give us the greatest moment in anime history, which is Hit canonically saying, "Time to make the donuts."
The English dub just in general is pretty good all around. Like, you know, whatever your preference is, that's fine. God, the English dub is like of Super is almost a different show.
It's good. Yeah. There are some edits that are a little suboptimal, but on the whole, I would say it's much better overall. There are people who will cherry pick very aggressively to find the holes, and to them I say, I hope you enjoy things in life more. Eventually. I
never.
hope you learn to enjoy things more.
They enjoy salt. Look, just let them
Yeah.
enjoy their salt.
Hey, that's fair. You know, I love me a nice French fry. Orange Star High School.
Like, I think the English version has the exchange of with Piccolo saying, "Don't you have a house? I live with you. Since when?" I don't know.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, I'm not sure actually.
That almost seems like a joke directly out of Abridged.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? That's what they've been doing a lot of. It's surprisingly like abridged in the Super dub.
Yeah, they just have fun with the characters in ways that is sensible for the characters.
guess I do have to watch Dragon Ball Super at some
Incredibly
point.
good moments also include when Goku and everyone are powering up and yelling and doing their big flex and yell thing as they bend over a little bit. Hit also does it at one point and starts yelling and going, ah, and everyone's like, or Goku's like, wow, you can power up too? And he just says, he's like, oh, I mean, no, it just looked fun. I just thought I'd try it too. I love that Gohan is just the worst lying man. He's the worst at it in history.
Our completely uncanny nerds.
Videl is one of those characters that, sadly, due to the way they wrote her, was not able to keep up with the power creep, which was a bummer. I would have liked more Videl. Videl
Was
a good
she ever
character.
able to keep up with the power creep?
No. I mean, not really. But that's what I mean, is like, that's kind of what sucked about it, is like, she's a really good character, except not good enough at fight, which meant she kind of got cut, which sucked. She learned to fly, though. That was pretty cool.
Oh no, a Z-themed restaurant.
There are 25 exhibits missing? What?
Is this like a Planet Hollywood, but for Dragon Ball Z?
I guess? Orange Star High School. Was that really the name of it? That can't be real.
I don't remember.
The people
That
don't
was the
know about the Dragon Balls, so I don't understand how it would be referenced so much everywhere.
That was the name of it in Xenoverse.
That is the name? Damn.
At least in Xenoverse, too.
No, people are saying that that's the name. Yo, what? What is this? Oh, that's Super Saiyan. Okay. Weird. That was like some kind of weird lob bomb.
Don't recall Gohan ever having one of those, but meh.
Yo, when you go back and watch through Dragon Ball Z, one of the top things you'll see is, yo, when the fuck did that character do that? You'll see that come up like 5 or 6 times, easily. It happens a lot.
One of my favorite things about the abridged series is how Light Grenade happens in that version, because it's just like, you got anything else? Light Grenade!
Basically, right. God, Piccolo's attacks are great, because they're all very simple, but very effective. That's why he's always good in every fighting game he gets put in. Like, it's always Piccolo and Cell that are the top. Largely because Hellzone Grenade is like literally set play dot super. Like they just wrote down and made up a great set play super.
Because it's impossible for someone to be a different color.
Thank you for clearing that up.
It calls a total protonic reversal and destroy the universe.
The smell zone grenade, because blocking it stinks. I liked it. Am I not leaving right? There we go, okay. The perspective's a little weird when it's just a flat, flush wall. Wait, what?
Gohan loses a fight with the door. Oh god, now I'm picturing that as a title card with the title card music playing.
This is why Gohan needs glasses.
Yeah, if I suddenly drop, by the way, it's because there's like lightning going off every nanosecond outside. So if I disappear, don't send help. I'll...
Yeah. I want to... Wait. Is this not the right spot? Oh, there we go. Oh man, Gohan's run animation sucks. Yo, Disaster Gaia Crisis. Thank you for the resub. Why is the music in this game so solid, though?
Probably because they were just taking Dragon Ball music and digitizing it?
I don't think they are, though, is the thing. Like, I don't think that's right.
Maybe not. I'm just trying to come up with a theory.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, hello, Miss Briefs. Thanks for the cookie. Okay. You got it.
It's not Bruce Falconer. Name's Yanis Brown, the composer for this game.
Huh.
Let me take a look.
And that person doesn't seem to have a Wikipedia link, so...
Guess it's probably Yanni Brown?
Oh, yeah. Probably, actually.
Because, yeah, Greek is weird and having S's that you don't pronounce.
Oh, weird, there's a scouter? Tell me more about Bulma's power level. Time to go be a big nerd.
I love the slamming into things
It's
animation.
so good. Especially because you slam into fucking every and anything. I mean, for what it's worth, this is a pretty alright representation of what actually happens in the show. A little clunky, but it's close enough.
I love how older anime quantifies street punk. Like, you know, I love Fist of the North Star goof.
Yeah. It's really good for DBFZ or DBZ because they don't come up that often. Like, there aren't that many just random Mook segments. So whenever they come up, they're really charming. Yeah, I think Hakuno no Ken probably has the best ones for sure. I feel like they are the definitive Mooks.
Yeah, they all have a set pattern, and the pattern just deviates from spiked football pads, mohawk, go from there.
Also big, just like nail bat or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they almost always have like a kanabo or a nail bat.
Yeah.
You're saying your style of martial arts is throwing dynamite? Well, it works.
Just a quick check, because I couldn't remember if Fist of the North Star or Mad Max came out first.
Mad Max did.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
North Star is
just by a couple years.
yeah, but Fist North Star is definitively inspired by Mad Max.
what if Bruce Lee was the star of Mad Max and he did deadly acupressure instead of drive cars?
I mean, it'd be better than Mel Gibson, but yeah.
I mean, retrospectively, yes, obviously.
Yeah.
His name is the Great Soy Man or something like that. The Great Soy Boy, Gohan.
You know, actually,
I think Gohan's a kind of a little bit of a lovable soy boy, maybe. Just, history's strongest soy boy. the Great Soy Man. I'm a soy adult. Thank you very much. All this talking about soy is just reminding me that I haven't had any good tofu in a while, and I could go for some fucking good tofu. Damn.
Huge.
That guy.
I mean, truth in advertising.
Yeah. Huge.
I really appreciate just the single text box of fraud.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Huge. His bigness is supreme.
Oh no, has he gone cyber huge?
I think he's gone cyber huge.
Well, bye, Vidal.
Bye, Vidal. I guess you can't participate in this one. Ooh, free milk. I do love that Vidal's immediate response to meeting the Great Saiyaman is, oh, this guy's gonna be real easy to get to spill the beans. This is gonna be very easy. This guy's a dummy.
I mean, Fidel's smart. Gohan isn't.
Yes. I mean, Gohan is comparatively smart. to the people he
Gohan
hangs
is
out
book
with
smart.
on the regular. And yeah, book smart. He has no street smarts whatsoever.
Like, Gohan spent his entire childhood being traumatized and studying, so he doesn't have social skill.
Oh right, I forgot. Gohan's like second fucking move immediately after becoming a superhero is, I'm gonna fuck up a circus. Say a man is a man after my own heart.
This is just revenge for that Phoenix Wright case.
Yes.
I wonder if this place has kind of sort of figured out cotton candy like the circus in West of Loathing. We're pretty sure we got it. Also good, there was in fact a man whose martial art was throwing dynamite. Good on him.
Yes. I can't remember how much do they keep any of this in Kai? I know they keep some of the Gohan school stuff in Kai.
His 2D Max.
My
His
largeness is
special
offended
edition
by you.
huge.
And then Gohan retroactively figures out, oh right, this was actually a good idea. No, I'm not just being a stupid kid. This is actually, yeah, it would be bad if dinosaurs. Because once again, another thing they kind of stop bringing up in DBZ that gets brought up in Dragon Ball Original sometimes, dinosaurs just are real and exist at the same time as humans in this, and that's the thing you have to deal with.
No one really comments
Just
on it. It's
got a
perfectly
rad
normal for
friendship
them.
in a
It's
career
just
I
a
want.
thing. Yeah, it's like
420, 420.
to them it's just how like fucking you know, like we have bears and just accept that bears are real. And yo, congrats on getting a paid internship. Nice.
Okay. Bring in the Stoog.
I'm so godlike.
Oh man, remember the time Kenshiro fought a tank? He just kicked it a bunch.
Yes, and it fell apart. God, I
How
want to play
do
the
you finish it?
HNK fighting game, but it's so fucking hard. It's so hard to do anything in that fucking game. Oh my god.
It is hilarious jank, but yeah.
Look, it's a fucking cool game. It's just...
It is.
God, it's hard.
It's just, I remember when it was new, going on Shoryuken and watching all the videos of people just breaking it over their knee. Like Ray's infinite uppercut, where you could just continually input the move over and
Yes.
over again and carry your opponent off the screen.
My favorite one. Yeah, that was patched in the console versions. That's like the one bug that was actually fixed between versions. It is very good. There are a lot of very good parts of that. Like, I'm learning Ray, and Ray has some of the best setups into basketball combos that I've ever seen. The other thing is he has this one move where he flies across the air while doing like a bird pose, you know? Like he just flies forward in a straight line and keeps his arms outstretched. The only thing is if you counter hit with the C version of bird, guess what you do afterwards for the next hit of the combo?
Isn't it like a pop-up?
No,
into
it's the C
uppercut?
version of bird again. Guess what comes after that?
yeah,
It's the C
yes,
version of
okay,
bird
it's the-
again. You
right,
do it
I
like
was-
20 times. It's amazing. He just keeps flapping his arms in the corner at you and being like, wah, wah.
I was either thinking it was like the easiest ground bounce since Wolverine in MVC 1 regular, or it was gonna be some beast cannon bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's just do the same thing over and over. And it's very funny because it wall splats for way too long.
Did you just break into Mr. Satan's house?
Break in is not the term I'd use because the door was open. I walked in.
Okay, are you illegally trespassing in Mr. Satan's house?
I mean, it's just your opinion, man.
So this tank is pretty trash.
It does a lot of damage. Speaking of a lot of damage. Oh, good, I have a Lazarus crystal. I just don't know exactly where they want me to go at this point. Like, we already did... Well,
Maybe
Wait,
leave
what?
the city with.
What just happened?
I got fucked is what happened, apparently. I got smoked. Well, that was a good time of Dragon Ball Z.
By what? The corner of the tank?
I have no idea, and it was hitting like 30,000 times. It was like...
It sounds like what happens when ragdolls have issues in Half.
All right. What else do I have in this pack that I haven't touched? I went through those. Let me see here. Let me just pull something from the Genesis Arcade Pit pack and see what I got here. Oh shit! I don't think I've ever actually. I haven't played much of this at the very least. I'm aware of its existence, and that's about the extent of my opinion on this game.
Okay, hit us with it.
And it is Space Harrier 2.
Oh? I did not know there was a sequel.
Right?
Welcome back to the Fantasy Zone.
Get ready.
Fantasyland falls into crisis. Now.
Stunna.
Oh, you get to pick where... Yo! Yes! Yes! Oh,
that
no,
doesn't look good at all.
Ooh, boy. Ooh, baby. That's the power of blast processing at work.
Ooh, the
Oh, no.
I can see why this is on the 32X now. Only the 32X can handle it.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
You needed all 32 of those X's.
Why are we playing as Quattro Vegeta? That's just always been the character in Space Harrier. It's Quattro Vegeta. Quattro Peacecraft Vegeta. I'm sure.
Quattro was the desert guy from Wing, right?
No, Quattro Vegeta is one of Shara's novels' fake names.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Yep.
Wasn't there a guy?
There.
I'm thinking of
you are
another
thinking
similar to
of.
Quattro.
You are thinking of Quatra, which is the character.
There we go.
Yeah, that's that dude, Master Quatra. Yeah, you're thinking of Quatra and the Manganaut corpse.
Forgive me for the names being like a phoneme apart from each other.
Yeah. No, you're good. Yeah, no, Quatra is really funny with the Manganaut corpse because the Manganaut corpse more or less exists because Oops Quatra doesn't have a character, so we need to like have a bunch of old cool veterans around him so that he seems like a character.
To be fair, did most of the Gundam Wing characters actually have a character?
I mean, at least Hero was very crazy in a somewhat entertaining way.
They had a different character every single episode.
Yeah.
Oh, Duo had a character. I'll give Duo that. Duo was the only guy who I still like from Wing.
But yeah, as someone who just finished watching through all of Gundam Wing, and we actually put up the episode of Endless Waltz, we watched the movie afterwards. That went up yesterday morning. So I have some fresh opinions on Gundam Wing that I discussed with friends weekly. And God, Quattro sucks. He sucks so bad. He's such an awful character. Like,
He really is.
he does nothing as a rich boy, and everyone, like, they expect you to like him. Like, he's just like, oh, I just wanted to be nice. It's like, well, you're bad at everything. You're bad at everyone in that show is bad at everything. Like, Wu Fei's just
he
a
played
shit
that
heel.
one time.
Like, Wu Fei's just a fucking asshole. Hero is crazy and incompetent. Like, the only missions he really accomplishes throughout the series are the ones where, oh, you know, he was tricked and actually murdering innocent people. Like, he was so bad at his job, and everyone acts like, wow, what a hero. Like, they fucking, like, act like it's this big noble sacrifice when he uses the sacrifice button and blows up his own robot for no good reason. What a hero.
I don't think Hero's main accomplishment was somehow being less of a misogynist than Wu Fei.
Yeah. Wu Fei, just the worst guy. Just actually awful. It's fucked up that Duo is probably the most likable of all of them, and even he, and he's the most like on the front crazy loves to murder of them, and still.
Get ready.
But yeah, he's still less of a dick overall, and yeah, he's kind of likable.
Duo is at least funny sometimes.
And yet, his Gundam's pretty cool.
Also, Death Scythe is a pretty neat design. I did not like the Death Scythe redux they did for Endless Waltz, though. That did not look as good. The wing in Endless Waltz looks really stupid. Like, it has way too finely articulated of wings, so it just looks really, really bad.
Are you actually hitting any of these guys?
I don't know.
This game seems awful.
Endless Waltz is very funny because it is. They realized every character's motivation sucked shit, so they tried to like retcon literally all of them.
That's
actually,
true? Duo was the main character?
There are a lot of rumors that like originally it was going to be it was like Duo was going to be the main character, and it was also supposed to be a anime that was supposed to be targeted at girls originally, which is you see a lot when you look at like the official art for it. There's a lot of the boys posing around in different outfits, you know, like that kind of thing.
You mean it wasn't already?
I mean, but that's the thing is like they specifically were targeting it at young teen women. Like that was the plan. That was the marketing ploy. And that's somehow what they came up with, and I think they like tried to get rid of that idea partway through. It's why also they like keep trying to pretend like Relena is really important and crucial to the story when she is overwhelmingly not. Like, she is overwhelmingly does nothing, did nothing, and then left. And everything is worse because she was there. Like,
wrong female role model for your young teenage
God,
girl.
Relena sucks so bad, and Noin sucks so bad, because here's Noin's whole character. Wants to fuck Miliardo. That's it. That's her whole character. That's all they give her. Sally at least believes
Which really
in something.
blinds her to anything wrong that he does.
Yeah, like she just absolves him of all of his sins instantly.
What's the name of Eyebrow Girl or Eyelash Girl?
Dorothy? It's Eyebrows.
Yeah.
You're right, and it's Dorothy. Dorothy's
Eyebrows,
the
okay.
fucking
I couldn't
best.
remember.
Dorothy shows up in Endless Waltz, and spoilers, it's the best part of Endless Waltz. Is when Dorothy shows up.
Get ready.
And yeah, Troa was just a sad clown, wasn't he?
Troa is literally a sad clown, and it's to the point where they wrote a reason for him to not have to talk or have story or emote anymore for the second half of the show. like basically they wrote out Troa and Wu Fei as much as possible because they realized, oh god, writing 4 likable protagonists in this show that doesn't have enough story for one is going very badly.
So when did the director get removed from the project?
Between season
Like
1 and
halfway
season
through?
2. Yeah, it was right in the middle. Exactly in the middle, the main person working on that project got removed, which explains a lot of its problems as well, especially for how it just kind of doesn't make any internal sense.
Oh, geez. So it's like the Justice League of anime.
Is that a thing that happened to Justice League?
Yeah, that's what happened to Justice League. There's they quit. Zack Snyder went out with for family reasons.
Oh, you mean the movie? I thought you were talking about the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Because the show was good the whole way through. Okay, I was confused.
Oh, no. Yeah, Justice League and Justice League Unlimited are fantastic shows. I'm talking about the Justice League movie.
I was stuck in animated stuff. Okay.
What I will say though is the first season of Gundam Wing is also dog shit. So it just went from bad to bad in a different way. Yeah.
Yeah, it was flawed from the beginning. It's just that it didn't have any chance to recuperate or do anything better in the second half.
They went a lot of different directions, but none of them felt like they were thought out in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, there was so much more character development that it didn't matter what they did with those characters, and that's the real disappointing part of Wing. They had things that I liked, like the sounds and the robots, but the animation was terrible. But the sounds were there, and that was kind of like why it's stuck in my mind.
That is one thing I'll say about Endless Waltz, is there is some really good animation in that. They had a budget. They had a budget for Endless Waltz.
Yeah, they used it for animation.
Some of the fights actually look pretty good in that movie, as opposed to Gundam Wing, where almost all of the big fights actually aren't very good when you watch them and are like, they don't really do anything in this fight.
Yeah, no, that's what I remember watching it when I was on YTV when I was a kid, just thinking, for a show with robots this big, it sure isn't very.
Yeah, they don't show fights like ever.
So here's the real question:
is it off-road?
I was wondering when you were going to switch games.
But no, here's the real question: Sandrock, but with an Uzi.
Oh, I have to map my
Sandrock has an
buttons
Uzi.
this way?
Sandrock only gets an Uzi in Endless Waltz.
Yeah. I remember Sandrock having an Uzi at some point.
Wait, what? Oh, on? This is the most confusing menu for a game with the worst jugs I think I've seen in a while. Folks,
pretty bad.
We don't talk about it a lot. We usually just kind of have a laugh and move on, but these are some bad jugs. Those are some
egregious jugs.
Egregiously poorly rendered jugs.
Watch as this woman snaps in half at the waist.
Poor woman.
Well, you can see the look of fear in her eyes. She knows it's about to happen.
I remember.
I found the horn button before the accelerator. Wait, how do I... What is the accelerator?
I'm guessing...
It might have been the horn button.
It was, I think. What is this music, though?
That's why they give you the option to turn it off, I guess.
I mean, it kind of rips, but, not in the way they intend it to rip.
That didn't count as a lap, by the way.
Yeah, that makes sense. I got bumped around weird.
Yeah, you gotta do it perfectly, even though you have cars going the opposite direction.
Hey, at least you just picked up $10,000 just on the side of the path.
Yeah.
And 20,000.
It's really cool when they do that in Death Race, where they put just money bags on the road. Oh!
It controls amazingly.
I would like to restart this race, please.
This is a fun little arcade game. Could play it with 3 people and 1 computer. For some reason, that was I never saw a 4-player version of this.
All of the racers look exactly the same.
I'm gonna get better tires. Giddy up! Oh, here's the big thing. So we're the red truck, but the thing is, as soon as another truck touches you in this version, your controls just go crazy. Not in a sensible way.
Nice.
Just crazy. You just get bumped and you can randomly turn 270 degrees out of nowhere.
I think after this, I'm ready to get me some oil. Don't know why.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Why did I just...
Now, I've been to a couple monster truck rallies, a couple of tough truck shows. This track setup is a war crime.
It's awesome.
This is asking people to kill themselves.
I want to see this. Look, they want to be extreme and all.
History's deadliest truck. Oh my god! Right there, I got brushed and it just ripped me into the wall.
History only remembers the greats. You got to be bold. You got to be willing to build the dumbass track that will kill half the people in it.
You gotta be willing to do a crisscross in through a mud pit.
Wait, did I
And
actually...
like every track has one of these.
Wait, did I win? I got second, apparently. Okay.
How?
Yeah, I deserve
You were
that.
in last.
No. You're just colorblind and can't tell the difference between the yellow and red truck. I was doing good, actually.
Oh, okay.
No, I was like, I'm pretty sure I was in third, but I did get second somehow. I don't know how that happened.
How dare you try to take advantage of
By
my
the way,
disabilities, sir.
can you tell the difference between the yellow
Yes.
and red? Okay, good. Wasn't sure how.
They are different enough that I am fine. I couldn't tell you that was yellow, but I know it's not the red.
Okay.
That said, one of those cars is blue. I don't know what the other one is.
It's gray.
Is it gray? Okay, it could have been pink. I wasn't sure. Pink and gray look similar to me, which is very weird, but...
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense when you think about, like, what is missing from your ability to process colors, but at the same time, it's so bizarre to think about.
You can still process value, just hue, so things of the same value might look the same.
Okay.
There's a NES version of this game, and I wonder if it still has the giant, you know...
The Gazongas? The Bazongadoos? The Barzooples?
I bet it doesn't.
The Bonkanaga yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I did not do
Wait,
the
what?
track correctly. There's no way I'm winning this
Well.
because it's not going to count any of my laps.
The humongous Yalamanonganongongus.
Why aren't there rails in this? Man, this is just cheap.
This
is
track
just lazy.
This track just
Hey,
sucks.
counted
Yeah,
that
this
This one's way worse than the first couple.
like, it's so easy to just end up sliding into the next part of the rail.
Will this count? Nope.
No, it's not.
Decided to make this tough truck race a challenge of mortality. Who dares?
This time, the gray-pink racer wins. Everyone has the exact same beard, though. And hat.
Ooh, that's a synthesizer tone.
It sure is.
It reminds me of
man.
Duck Game.
Yeah, but way worse.
Way worse, yeah, nowhere near as good as
Like Duck Game is
music.
palatable. I can listen to Duck
Well,
Game.
because Duck Game's music is, like, legitimately pretty good. And also, Duck Game's sound effects are very egregious and loud and in your face.
Yeah.
God, I want to play Duck Game again. It's a smart game.
Play some Duck Game.
Oh, I should play some Duck Game. Oh, right, I bought a Turbo 100 years ago. That was it. I used it. How'd you like it?
This doesn't sound like the sort of game where you benefit from Turbo very much.
Oh, I used it now, so the AI immediately also started using theirs. Great.
Yup.
Great. I love it.
Notice that the blue car has 39 of them.
It's just the angle of these jugs is really bothering me. It's something about the angle of these jugs specifically.
Oh, these particularly, yeah.
Those
absolutely.
specific jugs are giving me a hell of a time.
There's no part of a person that should have sharp corners.
It looks like her boobs are looking at two different people. All right, this track is something at least. It's so hard though, because if you try to pass somebody, there's a chance you just go into a wall. And the thing is, like, only one of them has to win for you to lose is the problem. That's the thing I think a lot of designers forget when they're making single player games is, yes, it is the person versus 7 AI, but that does not mean if they win 1 in 8 that it is a fair and fun distribution. These guys are so good.
They all have facial hair too.
They all have the same beard. Huevos Grande.
One of those guys has 57 nitro boosts available to him. I just want to put that on the table. Yeah.
Gray is 64.
64, okay. Yeah, no, those are actual ones because he just used one and it went down by 1. How much money do you guys have and how much did you put into turbos?
Where are you keeping all that nitro?
Yeah, holy shit. Your car's gonna explode, you dumb
Their
motherfuckers. If I learned anything from the documentary Fast and the Furious, it's you only have enough room for 3 nitro boosts or else your car's gonna blow up. Whoa! That noise was sick.
Like, I think at this point you can't even refer to it as boosts. You've just replaced your entire fuel system with nitrous oxide. You just have a nitro engine.
It's just a series of model rocket engines.
Yeah, I wish I could afford upgrades for my car is the thing. I've afforded a couple, but they seemed important, like speed and acceleration. It did not feel like an unreasonable thing to take. I would love to upgrade my shocks, but unfortunately, I have no money, and the game is not interested in letting me have more money anytime soon, it would seem.
And you just know that the controls are bad on purpose because you haven't upgraded your shocks all the way.
Yeah, and also the AI, like, sometimes just zips past me despite having upgraded my speed and acceleration and stuff. Like, I'm having to, like, cut super optimal corners and shit. Okay, I got some money. There.
I stepped away. I wasn't honestly expecting this game to still be on when I came back.
I'm pretty good at
one
it.
Spring and one wheel.
Yeah, we have upgraded spring and wheel.
Gray is up to 80 nitros. Putting all their money on gas.
Man, it sure does feel like my car is considerably slower than theirs at this point.
I love that this track has a blind spot.
This
Yeah.
track's
Which
name
doesn't
also
affect the
appears
AI at all.
spelled wrong, I think? I don't think cutoff should have 2 T's in it, should it?
Oh, my car got knocked into a circle and I didn't notice it. Oh boy. So am I still like, do we just keep going and I'm just falling farther
Just
and farther
go.
behind these supercars? As the
Yes.
AI gets, okay, this is just a glitch
What
pattern.
the fuck?
Yeah, this is just an error. This is not a real course. This is a
Solve
mistake.
my maze.
Yeah. My maze of pillars and trash.
I really like this idea for a racetrack, though.
What, just pillars and hills?
Yeah, just a bunch of shit in an oval. There you go.
Okay, but what, like, would be a powerful move for like a bonus course if you had a good one of these would be to race on an optical illusion.
Hey, you got second place.
Try and parse what we're showing you on this weird extra track.
Hyper Rainbow Road.
Alright, I'm going to continue to upgrade my shocks and my tires. Next we will get acceleration and speed. Oh boy, I took off like a bolt there. I think someone faster than me slammed into my ass. God, you good, fuckers. Oh no! Why did I just... God damn it. There's no amount of shocks that'll save me from being bumped by an idiot.
Yeah, I remember this game going forever, but I played a different version, so who knows?
Yeah.
But they all seem pretty similar to me.
Yeah. A lot of it just comes down to balance and how they do the item costs and stuff. Also, I just want to pull ahead of these two before Gray finishes, because Gray is on a fucking tear.
I like that the optimal play is to be in second place.
Basically. I mean, the optimal play would be to win, but, you know, sometimes that's just not gonna happen.
I know what this music reminds me of.
The feasible.
Like the opening bit reminds me of Get to Skull on Time, like an Xbox indie game from a while ago. I can't imagine anyone else remembers it, but it sounds exactly like that.
Fuck's sake. Like, look at this. Like, I finally get in the inside line and try and pass them, and all of the AI work together to block me out. Fuck off!
There's a drawing from Mr. Dubs.
Oh, Dr. Dubs, please.
Dr. Dubs, sorry.
They went to college for that.
Sorry, Doc.
Thank you for the uncomfortable jokes. That's how I would describe that. All right, leaping lizards.
Well, the Strong Batman, I didn't say Get the Skull on Time was a good game. I just said that's what the song reminded me of.
Also, can I just say, I love that there's this huge mountain that it makes it look like you're supposed to jump across, but there's literally no way anyone's ever going to make that. So the end result is always going to be a bunch of trucks slamming into the side of a mountain 100 times. Also,
I do appreciate how many tracks there are.
I was trying to jump across, and I got interrupted by the yellow car, who was on the ground. All right. Get another game on the table here. How about this?
Oh no.
Dinosaurs for Hire.
I've heard of this.
I've played some of this. I don't know which character is better. I thought there was only one of them. I played some of this for Arcade Pit.
Play some fucking Reese.
Well, Rolf is assuming you're talking about what we were talking about. You're welcome.
That's just a Contra 3 boss.
Really is. Is the side stream lagging for anyone else or just me?
Looks good on my end.
Okay.
Oh, that's dead.
Wait.
Or not? That's... You did... Wow, you've done it?
Oh, what?
It didn't seem like you were accomplishing anything shooting that, so
Yeah.
I think you just leave.
What a good start to your game. Here's this big-ass enemy. Well, better get the hell out of here.
Was that just the prologue to get us invested in the final boss? God! Oh, he's so big the enemies just get inside his hitbox and don't. Oh my god. And half the time your stupid gun doesn't hit them. Oh, this is really not great.
Yeah,
why do
look
they
how
get triangle jumps? Why are you giving the enemies triangle jumps? When I can't
Look
do
at
that.
your avatar and then look at where your shots come from and notice the gap. That's horrible.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, they're dead zoning the shit out of me by just like triangle jumping down immediately. God. I have no idea where I'm supposed to go in this fucking game. Oh my god.
See, at first I was going to say, look at these puny humans trying to stand up to this giant dinosaur, but really, you are ill-equipped here.
They're doing a pretty good job, actually.
Yeah, running up and knifing you seems to be working.
And this is the real reason that the dinosaurs went extinct.
Knives.
These dinosaurs were not specialized for melee.
Like the idea of a big fat fucking dinosaur running around with an LMG just cooking fools wearing shades. It sounds fucking awesome. It sounds like it should be the best fucking cool time. Oh, if you're watching at 30 FPS, sometimes it looks like the gun doesn't shoot because it's doing alternating frames. That makes sense. Oh my god.
How much bigger is your dead zone when you're crouching? It's like doubled.
Oh my god.
Fantastic.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I literally jumped at them holding the gun up into the right as best as I could, and it wasn't enough. I can't shoot down.
A known problem for dinosaurs.
Is this the way to move forward? No.
Nope.
Damn.
This game really does scream for like a melee option. There's just something to grab someone and like bite their head off.
I was gonna say
Dinosaurs don't do that.
like fucking Street Sharks the motherfucker. Something like that. What I really don't get is why is this like anthropomorphic stegosaurus wearing oven mitts? to handle his gun better, I guess.
Guns prone to overheating.
Oh! This is like that fucking The Running Man from Metal Gear Solid, except he's actually very dangerous. What if The Running Man was instead the final boss of original Metal Gear Solid, or 2, whichever one Running Man was in?
The Running Man is spec for melee fighting. You are not.
I'm gonna run into your bones! Oh, good. Finally, a milkshake and cigarettes. Just what I needed.
Street Sharks has not had a modern reboot just because it's simply too 90s. You just can't do that.
Extremely terrible. Yeah. It was very bad.
Hey, why didn't anybody reboot Denver the Last Dinosaur? Oh, yeah, that's why.
Hey, why? Hey, does anyone remember the episodes of the female Street Shark that don't exist? Have you read that story ever, Doc? It's both Docs and Call, actually.
I have absolutely read that story. I absolutely love it. It's the best.
I don't know about it.
I'm not familiar about this either.
Okay, so...
Oh, I died when I fell in the hole. Start over. Okay, cool. Go ahead with the story. Yeah.
So, back in the day, a very long time ago back in the day, someone actually just decided as a creative writing thing to basically write fake episodes of Street Sharks and actually put them onto and created like little pages of it on, I don't remember if it was Wikipedia, but like a bunch of wikis
like the
and stuff.
IMDb
and IMDb
wiki and like old show wiki and stuff like that, yeah.
And here's the thing. Fucking no one remembers anything about Street Sharks, so they actually decided, like, for the longest time, these were thought to be real episodes.
And they just never got vetted because there was no one who could, you know, prove not real.
Hey, where's your complete set of every episode of Street Sharks to compare against?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Some motherfucker has to watch that shitty, awful show to remember Street Sharks, but yeah, it gets better.
So here's the thing, not only did they never get vetted, eventually at some point the person who did it started to notice people talking about these episodes that didn't exist.
Correct.
They entered public consciousness as things that actually happened when they extremely did not.
They were
fake, they were made up.
There were people who were angrily defending the episodes and discussing the female Street Shark and how she was the best designed and why wasn't she in more episodes.
Yeah, she didn't exist. She was made up entirely.
Yeah, that's why she wasn't in more episodes, because she wasn't real.
And this is why the Mandela effect is not real.
So the entirety of this happening.
I went down the hole wrong last time. I went down the hole bad style. I didn't go down the hole correctly. Continue.
Yeah. So this entire, the story eventually came out like about 3 or 4 years ago. Just, you know, the writer did a nice long, really interesting just article about why they made all this shit up. And it was hilarious. It was hysterical. It was really, really good and super interesting.
Yeah.
And little things like that can slip through the cracks. It's not that surprising either, because it's like, you know, it's kind of sometimes things people think are real or cultural assumptions of that aren't. For example, at no point in the entirety of Star Trek does Kirk ever say, "Beam me up, Scotty." There you go. That never happened. People think that's the case. It's one of the most famous lines from it. It never happened.
I believe Luke, I am your father is never directly said.
Correct. Nor is played against.
He just says, "I am your father." He doesn't say, "Luke, I am your father," if I remember right.
Also, "played against Sam" is never said in Casablanca.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You played it for her, play it for me, is, I believe, the line.
No, I am your father. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about now all of the you know when you learn some piece of media was made for somebody else to star in it, that's a fascination of mine. I think the weirdest one I've ever heard is that the movie Commando, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, that was originally written with Gene Simmons in mind.
That kicks ass.
Interesting.
Huh?
Does it? I watch a lot of B movies. I've seen Gene Simmons act. I think I'm happy with Schwarzenegger.
If
Never Too Young to Die, anyone?
Also, if you want a better example that's more modern and isn't just like a small misquote like that, there has never been a movie starring Sinbad playing a genie. It just hasn't existed.
Yeah, people are
confuse him with Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, they're remembering a bunch of things.
Shazam is not Kazam.
Yeah, there is Kazam. Yeah, there are two separate things, and also
I went slightly crazy over that one because I saw that in theaters and thought I had seen Kazam.
Yeah.
Or
why did I just instant die to that thing? What the fuck?
Why not?
I was at like full health, right? I'm not crazy. I swear I was at like full health.
Roadhouse was originally written with John Stamos in mind, not Patrick Swayze.
I can see that.
Yeah, that one's kind of back when John Stamos could be in movies, like Never Too Young to Die.
Yep, just like Never Too Young to Die.
Boy, they sure do not give you any upgrades once you're out of the first level, huh? They're really holding those back. Oh my god, also the jump up between floors just sometimes doesn't work and sometimes does.
It worked that time for reasons.
Yeah.
Relevant to me time here, the role of Spock was written for Martin Landau.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which is especially good when Martin Landau is later, well, not directly replaced, but Martin Landau ended up having his role more or less replaced or supplanted by Leonard Nimoy later.
Yep.
Dead Zone.
God, this game, I know it goes without saying, it's been a while since I've played some real deep, dirty, unapologetic trash on here, but folks, this sucks. This sucks a lot.
There's so much going on in all these levels, and that's not a good thing in this case.
Yeah, I'm trying to find like a unified enemy force that we're fighting against, and nothing makes sense. Like the first level was ninjas. Okay, that was fine. Now we've got skaters, we've got like drill tank DeLoreans, and we've got giant roaches.
Super caterpillars? Yeah.
Okay, I swore I'd heard of Dinosaurs for Hire before. Apparently it was a
cartoon
very,
show, right?
very... No, it was a really short...
Why do I die there every time? It just kills me.
It was only a comic book series that only lasted for a total of 21 issues.
Jesus. So this is... Why did a video game exist of this, is the real question here. How much cocaine crossed that table?
Somebody immediately snapped up, like, this was the 90s, right? So every new comic was going to be a hot property, right?
Dinosaur Hire was actually in the late 80s. I don't think I think it was just barely in the 90s.
I mean, for what it's worth, it's one of that's a thing that happens in tabletop RPGs a lot, where you end up with things like, why is there a tabletop game for the Ralph Bakshi film Wizards?
Oh, okay, I was wrong.
Those are very cheap.
It was 1988 to 1990, and then 1993 to 1994. It had two different runs, neither of which lasted long.
Okay, I am at full health. I am announcing this out loud so that everyone can witness me. I am at full health. Witness my full health.
Someone mentioned I Divine Cyberman. See, I'm curious why, because that's a game I really have a little bit of a soft spot for.
No, you got it.
Like I said, as soon as everyone observed it, then it couldn't kill me anymore.
I just for a second thought, oh, is that a new gun for you? Oh no, it wants to kill you, like everything. Good.
Yeah. You see, before the game was acting as a particle, and now it's acting as a wave, is the thing, because we observed it, so it collapsed.
Ah, I see.
Oh my god, you can't even go prone and attack on the same level.
Nope.
Double slits for hire. Also, I do want to point, just give a quick shout out to Crime Doge for actually its
Oh, there is a melee
monster.
attack! Oh man! And it's awful! Look at the range! It's shorter, it covers the dead zone, I guess.
It might have helped.
Maybe.
Or unless it doesn't work. Of course, it does nothing for you on this level, where everything's a tiny little turret.
Ah! It's so many random little tiny bullets all over too, and you're this fucking honking big-ass Stegosaurus.
I remember when, they were advertising how big your sprites were in games, but it's like, what kind of game are we talking about? Are we talking about a platformer? Oh, it's Contra? Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Alright, I'm gonna try out the other characters real quick, just so I can form a tier list for this game.
Yeah, hello, Alice. And every now and again, I still reinstall iDivine Cybermans just to make sure that I didn't imagine most of that game.
Your legs are okay.
My legs are broken.
My legs are broken.
Can I not skip this?
The answer appears to be no.
Can you fight this guy?
You shoot at him a couple times and then you lose and it goes to the first level of the game. Yeah, you just can't do anything here. Oh, maybe you can.
Yeah, because one of the arcade pit challenges had you beating this guy.
Well, there you go.
Oh, that's how you do it.
Game's over. You win.
It controls so bad. Yo, thank you for the resub.
I have used my bruiser for this.
Wait, what?
Psych! They got you real good there.
What?
That almost got me hoping this was some kind of anti-piracy check.
I was also very excited for the possibility of an anti-piracy check.
Did the Genesis have those?
I mean, anything can. Yeah, you can find ways to do it for just about any system.
Depends on what's being used to pirate.
Yep.
Yeah, fun fact, for instance, Bucky O'Hare.
This guy just jumps 5 times higher.
And it has an ultra-high difficulty mode that was made to be the copy protection for the game, and there's a speed run.
That's happened a couple times, yeah, where people
of course
try
there is.
And then like people trying to beat Earthbound to the end with copy protection stuff on is really funny because that game gets hilariously unfair.
It gets hilariously unfair and also deliberately every time crashes right before you fight Gigas.
Even worse than that, it crashes before you fight Gigas and deletes your save.
Yeah. It rules.
Yes, it is extremely strong. There's one part in the desert where if the copy protection has gone off, it just keeps spawning guys. It spawns literally like hundreds and hundreds of enemies.
Yeah, and you know how in some Earthbound, in some fights, you would end up, if you were near an enemy, and another one would come in and join the fight? If I remember right, is that the thing?
Yeah.
That would just happen from across that entire map. Like, it doesn't matter. You'd have to fight tons and tons of dudes constantly.
I want BizHawk to get a mode where I can intentionally trigger anti-piracy, especially now that it's got PS1, because some PS1 games have fucking hysterical anti-piracy. If you want to know one of the maybe the one that's maybe ruder than Earthbound, honestly, is Spyro the Dragon. I can't remember if it's Spyro 1 or Spyro 2, but
Spyro 1 is the ridiculous copy protection.
It's incredible. It fucks you so bad in so many ways over the course of the game. Mm-hmm. There was someone who tried to play through the game that way, and they're like, yeah, I got through like the first 10 missions and had to stop because it was too infuriating. Like it would just randomly shut off.
It fucks with your controls constantly too, if I remember right.
You'll load into an area and it'll have underwater controls for no reason. It also will just randomly take away progress. Like it'll take little dragons you've rescued and just unrescue them. Apropos of nothing.
Must have been Spyro 3 then. Okay.
Or it was like eggs or something too. I don't know if it was little dragons, but it was like an egg thing or something.
Yeah, that's 3 in that case. But yeah, it was famous because it was also exceptionally hard to crack. Like the thing is that the copy protection really worked.
Yo, did you see the hitbox on that melee attack?
Yeah, what is that melee attack even?
Get fucked. That is what it is.
Like, what are you doing there? Just kind of
just full body.
Wait, do you have invincibility too?
Not full, but it's
okay. No, okay.
It's pretty good. It's not full startup to end frame, but it's pretty egregious.
To be fair, the rest of this game is pretty egregious, so it just kind of evens things out.
So Spyro 3's was also exceptionally hard to crack. It actually took months before that would happen, so it managed to just avoid getting pirated basically for full 3 or so months.
Which is all you
and
want,
that, yeah, because you only care about those initial sales for the most part.
Yep. The big thing, too, for one of them was a lot of them started doing a thing that other games hadn't really done before, which is have the copy protection not be obvious at first and have it not set off until you're, like, deep enough in the game where you're already invested, you know?
Yeah.
Game Developer Tycoon had a pretty funny one.
Yeah, where your game started to get pirated in-game.
Yes.
So.
And you just inevitably fail. You start down a spiral of not being able to win because your game is getting pirated. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. Yeah.
Gotta appreciate meta protection.
Yeah.
Okay, that platform's kind of a dick.
It wouldn't be so bad if there wasn't this thing trying to, like, off-screen spawn projectiles directly into my ass.
Generally, it's just a nice idea to have moving platforms stop for a frame or two.
No, I don't need it.
So you can only shoot in a downward direction when you're jumping.
Yes.
Sure, why not?
I mean, you can run and shoot down, but it doesn't work great. And you can never go straight down. That's illegal. Only criminals do that.
This level is still just a billion tiny bullets.
It is still just a million tiny bullets with no rhyme or reason to when they fire, how they fire, from where.
A million tiny bullets in your giant ass hitbox.
Yeah.
And all the bullets can fire from off screen.
Yeah, they can hit you from off screen. You cannot necessarily hit them from off screen. Jesus,
and
like
your bullets,
this spot.
Your bullets can only originate from a very restricted region of screen space.
Yes.
Well, you can hit them from off screen, but they can see you, but you can't see them. There's the...
Look at this. Look at this right now.
Yeah, that looks pretty fucking hopeless.
Man. All right.
So is that character better to play?
I think that one was slightly better, but they're all bad. That's my secret, Captain. They're all bad. Whoa!
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
It's time for shapes.
It's time for fucking my childhood right here.
Welcome to the Shapes Museum. Try not to get wet. It's Vector Man.
Fucking love Vector
Man.
Man.
It's Vector Man. I think no one has ever actually chosen Vector Man on Arcade Pit before.
This game's way too hard and it fucking sucks.
Hey, I have beaten this game. I loved this game as a kid.
I beat a lot of games that were bad as a kid.
I saw someone get to the final level.
Look, I will defend this game to the death.
I mean,
it's also super disorienting, isn't it? Like everything's shaking constantly.
Yes. I respect your right to be wrong.
We all have the bad games we like.
We do. Sonic 06 is still pretty fun. That's all I'm saying. You can have a good time speedrunning it.
I do remember how hard Sega pushed this game.
They advertised the shit out of this game. They were like really into trying to get a mascot for the system, and they were really insistent that it couldn't be Sonic for quite a while.
I wonder why.
It was weird, like, how much they pushed back against Sonic as the character.
Maybe they saw where he was gonna eventually go. They knew deep down.
They knew, yeah. Someone in their heart of hearts knew.
Someday, Ken Penders will be involved with this.
I mean, I believe at this point Ken Panders had already been.
Yeah,
This
fair.
is around the.
Yeah.
It was around about that time. But yeah, no, it was Vector Man, and then it was Knights. They tried to make the new mascot.
Oh yeah.
Knights is a weird thing. Because
what was all that then?
How you break the bridge?
Became a drill and broke the bridge, and now you're here.
Oh, sorry, it looked like shit, so I couldn't tell.
You're made of shapes.
Whoa! But yeah, Sonic took a really long time. It was really bizarre, the trajectory of Sonic as a character. Because, like, for a long time, they wanted Alex Kidd, I think, because they were, like, trying to go the same direction as they wanted, like, a Mario-like thing. That was kind of Sega's problem for a long time, was they were trying to, like, replicate successes without understanding what made the successes so successful. And it worked out a couple times, namely, like, you know, Sonic. Oh.
Should be noted, I never actually bought this game, but I did rent it from Blockbuster a lot. I mean, granted, I only bought games when my parents bought them for me because I was like a child at the time, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I rented it enough where I was able to fairly consistently beat.
Oh, right, I forgot they put Vector Man in one of the Sonic games collections. Is there a way to stand still and shoot, or is it only run and shoot?
You can stand still and shoot.
Like, I mean, like, up at an angle, to be specific.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah, sorry, I meant the useful way that they put in, like, Contra and Alien Soldier and shit. This boss kind of sucks.
Well, since there's no shoulder buttons, you'd need, like, third button would need to be, like, hold to stay in place.
I mean, you do switch mode with, that's how you do it in Alien Soldier. It's just you toggle it on and off. Yeah.
Or Gunstar Heroes just has you, you know, choose if you want a fixed shot or a free shot. Do you want to be able to run while shooting or not?
Man, this boss sucks. This is really uninteresting, and I have no idea how many hits it takes to kill him.
Several.
Yeah, I caught that much. We are on baby difficulty, right? Like, I'm not high. We're on baby difficulty.
Yeah, you're on late.
Okay, cool.
I think this is probably one of those games where the difficulty has how many lives you get, maybe. I don't remember.
Probably.
That's kind of how they did it back then.
How many lives, and we're just gonna kick you out near the end of the game.
Yeah, probably.
I don't remember if this game did that.
I'm so mad that Tetris Attack does that. Even though it's just a complete non-issue for me, I still hate it.
I wonder why more airplanes don't have flails.
But how many? Oh, is this a challenge in Arcade Pit? Is beat this jet? That would explain why people don't fucking pick Vector Man in Arcade Pit.
It's the challenge I was born for.
There's not like a charge shot, right? Or like anything, like a dodge mechanic, anything fun.
You can jump and you can shoot.
Oh, okay. And you can't really do either of those things great because you're very slippery with weird acceleration and your shot is kind of not at the angle you need really for this fight.
You have jump, shoot, and be an over-animated shopping cart.
Yeah. Correct. That is level 1 of Vector Man.
Then Vector Man 2, for some reason, had a really big, like, insect theme. I wonder why. I don't think I ever beat Vector Man 2.
Oh, was Vector Man the original Knack? That's a really good question. Is this Knack original?
What's
Knack
Knack?
0.
I need someone to explain what Knack is to me because I've only heard Giant Bomb say it a billion times.
You just have to look it up sometime. It's like a weird, it's this weird kind of like character 3D platform and action game adventure thing that there's like some dude who's like a higher up at Microsoft who really cares about it, or Sony, I mean, yeah, who like
It was Mark Cerny who did it. Very long-standing, like important person at Sony, and
just
did a really
fucking loves Knack for whatever reason, and yeah, that I mean the joke is kind of just who gives a shit about Knack. That's the big joke about Knack is who gives a fuck about Knack, which is why when they made Knack 2, everyone was like, what? I mean, sure, man. Like, it's
Apparently the sequel is good. I didn't know Knack 2 actually came out. I thought it was like just announced years ago, and I don't know if it happened.
Knack 2 did in fact come out, and it reviewed pretty okay. I remember it reviewing okay, but no one cared because the character designs for Knack are not fun or good to look at.
Extremely boring.
Yeah. Knack is... Everything about Knack screams unexciting.
They also picked the weirdest voice imaginable for Knack. He sounds like a dad.
And also, doesn't his, like, as you get more dudes, you get lower pitched or something over time? Is that a Knack thing?
I mean, video games starring dads are all the rage these days.
Yeah, but you got this cartoony, like, junk man. You don't expect him to just talk
You
normally
expect him
like
to talk.
this.
You almost expect something like, "Oh, it's me, Knack. Here I am," like some kind of real cartoony voice. No matter what way they go with it, whether it be shitty Cockney or just like a weird Boston voice, or even just a guy just kind of, you know, like a young like.
Hello,
hey,
me.
it's
It is
Goku.
your dad, Knack.
No, I don't. See, that's wrong. See, that's like the one wrong
I am your
choices.
father, Knack.
Hello, it's me, your father.
Would you
Knack.
like to catch a ball, son? Son.
Son.
Son, I am made of garbage.
God, everything is so slippery, especially when you're on a slope. Like, look at this. Like here, one time I'm gonna tap left, boop. Like you
Hello,
just,
hungry.
and
I'm
then
Knack.
Here's me going up the slope. There's just
Like
something
good.
wrong about this game's acceleration. It's just all over the place. Oh, I took too long, so I ran out of the good bullets. So now I get to fight the helicopter with shit. Why can you only shoot it when it's open? What fucking brain genius decided on that shit? You have to shoot it in the dangerous part.
Also, it's a giant plane that tilts from side to side and has contact damage. That's... Defeat this boss with the screen mostly lava.
Okay, so I can jump through the plane sometimes. Huh, yo, Oozeworm, thank you for the raid. How's it going, bud? I actually haven't had a drink with you since I moved out to Colorado, and that's fucked up. If you're still in Colorado, we should amend that at some point. Fuck. I'm gonna hope that Vector Man has some good Vector goodies for me in here. Please have, like, a missile that's a way better shot type? No, nothing. Okay, how about in here? Y'all got any fancy bullets in here? Fancy bullets for a fancy lad like me? Nope. I don't even know what was in those TVs.
How about points? You like points?
I have tried fighting this boss sensibly 5 times. I am now just trying whatever.
You are now just trying the clown moves.
Yup, I'm just seeing if I can get a clown maneuver in. God, the amount of mashing this boss requires too. This was also before auto fire, in case anyone's wondering.
No, this was 95.
Yeah, this is all mashing. Okay, I'm gonna try and see if there's more bullets on the left side. Hello, do you have a better power up over here? Yes.
Oh, there you go. There's that.
I mean, it has a cool noise at least. I like the sound of it. I actually can shoot less of them though, so it may be worse. Also, it's already off. Ran out. Okay, it only took 9 attempts. I'm gonna have to double check with Smite and make sure. Because if one of the challenges is in fact to beat this jet, I'm gonna say not likely. Oh.
Hey.
I forgot about this part of Vector Man where it gets impossible to play.
Wait, what hit you?
Oh, you know, the stuff on the side. I need to be jumping over the hands. Also, this thing controls like shit. In case you're wondering, this thing controls
here we go
fucking terribly. Like, it's just
this is the
forward and backwards, and then like left and right is your aim.
This is the part that I was remembering. Like, everything's moving in this game, right? At all times.
Yes.
This is it. Yeah.
This is why I get like a little, like I have trouble following it. I get a little ill.
Oh,
this game could inspire motion sickness for certain.
Well, I got to level 2 in Vector Man, and that's, or level 3 even, and that's the farthest I've ever been in Vector Man. Rip.
Well,
yes.
And that's
what made you think immediately.
Swim.
And that's as far as I'll ever be in Vector Man.
Philistines, all Philistines. I still stand up for this game.
Yeah, you should stream it then. Show me what's up. Yeah, do it, Hotshot. Do it.
I'm sorry, no, that's not enough. You should speed run it.
Okay, I'm not a speedrunner, I'm afraid.
I'm gonna play the only game good enough to start up with a clown honk. Just as,
speaking of motion sickness,
wait. I want everyone to shut up and appreciate the fact that it doesn't do the Nintendo startup for this game. Why did they do that?
Why not?
What if all of the menus had it though? You know, every last one.
It does occur to me that I kind of forgot I was on push to talk for a good portion of Vector Man.
You know how many honk samples you could fit on a SNES card?
The reason it's good to play this game once in a while is because it shows up on Arcade Pit like a disproportionately large amount of times. I swear to God, Stunt Race FX is on like every other fucking pit. So you might as well like be good at it. The only problem is I'm on keep out of everything right now. Oh, never mind. I was pressing the wrong button. I had to press B to go forward. Oh, is this on the Switch? Is this part of that SNES collection, MC? Oh,
it is.
Shit.
You can play this game on the line.
Oh my god.
With a friend.
They won't be your friend for long.
Why is A backwards? Hello, please.
Oh man, I couldn't even tell you were going backwards or forwards.
Come on, Coop.
Man, 3D games on the SNES.
This feels worse than it usually does. Oh god, I turned
They weren't all Star Fox.
Repair Cube.
I couldn't really play Star Fox that well either.
So, if I recall correctly, this is Argonaut making this game, and they were people that worked on the original Star Fox. I mostly just wanted to bring up Argonaut because they're also the people that made Buck Bumble, and, well, that's his theme that you should go and listen to.
Talking about boom to the boom to the boom to the bass, buckety buck bumble.
Yes, right about now.
I believe
it's time
he is.
to rock with the biggity Buck Bumble.
God damn it!
Buck Bumble. Yo, thank you for the bits. Vortex for more FX goodness. Oh, don't worry, there's plenty of love for the Super FX chip in this household. We respect the Hamburger Helper mixtape and the Super FX chip, and that's basically it.
And Mode 7.
And Mode 7.
If you don't respect Mode 7, I want you to leave immediately.
You can get fucked.
It's not my house, but I can tell you to leave.
Yeah.
What about blast processing?
It's not real.
Fuck blast processing, that's garbage.
I regret to inform you, blast processing is fake. Also, why is there a button that just makes me honk and stand up?
I owned a Sega Genesis as a child, so I will stand by blast processing.
Okay, can you explain anything about how blast processing works?
It makes things better.
No. I want
Sega
a
does what
technical
Nintendo
detail.
don't.
I need you to tell me what is the name of the chip that performs blast processing in the Sega Genesis.
And exactly what does Nintendo don't do that blast processing does.
Exactly.
Look, I'm gonna have to call up myself as a 10-year-old to consult them.
The trick is there isn't one because blast processing isn't real.
The Jaguar was a 64-bit system because it had two 32-bit processors in it, and they just added them up.
Yup. Because legally you can do that in marketing. No one can stop you until they make laws about it that explicitly say they can stop you. God, I felt like I was killing it in this race, and now I'm just fucking gonna run out of time. I'm in like third, barely, and I'm gonna time out. Why is Stunt Race FX so hard?
Blast processing is indeed faith-based, so there you go.
Allegedly, it refers to a flaw with the data stream in the CPU. It sends data faster to the CPU than the CPU can handle. Interesting.
Sounds about right. It's like the opposite of the problem the PS2 had, where the PS2 didn't have enough pipeline for data. Good times. I want everyone to know that I'm not excited to spend money on the next generation of consoles, but I'm excited for them to hopefully actually follow through on no more loading times and shit. Because y'all, I mean, they could do it. Like, the technology's actually legitimately there. Like,
they could actually
just
playing it on
launch
PC, with SSDs.
You could just launch with SSDs at this point, and you also could just set your infrastructure up with an emphasis on that kind of stuff. Like, it's absolutely doable. I just hope they do follow through on it, because holy shit, load times in the PS4, like, yo, I recently tried to play Control a little bit on an original PS4, like a non-pro one. That game is not good on the original. I have yet to play it on another console, and I have a feeling I will like it a good deal more, because I'll put it right on the table. Control, when you're playing it on a PS4 original, is not a good game. Like, it is. The frame rate is terrible. The loads whenever you die because of the awful frame rate take like another 30 seconds to put you back in. It's painful. It's very painful.
Like, does the
SSDs
come up?
SSDs are really cheap. Yeah, that's another thing. People still have this misconception that SSDs are expensive, except I literally have a 2 terabyte M-Data SSD that I have yet to put in my computer that I just picked up. That was about like $80 for 2 terabytes of solid state drive, and it's tiny too. That's like the laptop size one. It's like smaller. It's like maybe a tenth of the size of my cell phone.
SSDs, especially in like, that's also talking a consumer level purchase of SSDs.
Yeah.
Consider a, you know, a corporation purchase of them instead.
Yeah.
Or assemblage of them.
And yeah, this is like a little M-Data one. And I picked up, it was just on Amazon, and like, yeah, it was on sale, but like, that's about where they're priced at now. Like, they're not as expensive as they used to be. They've come down in price a whole bunch. And also remember too, a lot of these people are selling their consoles as a loss leader intentionally as well, right? Like, they actually lose money on them.
Only one. The only company that sells them at a profit is Nintendo, because they literally can't afford not to. Sony doesn't care as much. They will sell them at a loss for 90% of their life cycle.
So yeah, there definitely should be. Oh god, I went the wrong way again. Oh baby. And yeah, so I'm hoping they follow through on that. There's a lot of new tech that's exciting too. I doubt we're gonna get a lot of ray tracing stuff from the next console cycle. That's what's weird, is it feels like we're at this weird point where there is like an actual legitimate noticeable improvement. Like if you watch stuff with ray tracing that's actually built around ray tracing, it looks pretty incredible. It looks pretty fucking fantastic. Like, it's a big enough breakthrough that it is weird to think that there's a chance consoles will launch without it when it is a thing that exists. Also, where is the track anymore? Help.
Is there a track?
Imagine Stunt Race FX with ray tracing.
Now that's a video game I can get into.
Ooh, that didn't work like physics would think it would. Like, I slowed down a little bit so that I could make the curve and not right off the edge, and then I just kind of did a weird donut. Oh.
Okay.
Was that good?
Carl looks angry about it.
I'm angry about it. I just thought while we were talking about the marvels of modern technology and ray tracing as a methodology for graphics processing, we should compare it to the, you know, the old greats. Like this. Stunt Race FX. Oh, it is not too early to say this game isn't good, because Stunt Race FX has been out for, a while. And I think we've all more or less universally agreed. It was always bad.
It was always bad. This game was featured a lot on Video and Arcade Top 10, by the way. If you're Canadian or you have seen the blessed visage of Nicholas Pickles, can it be his real name?
Is that his real name? Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're Canadian or if you're a fucking weirdo, like a bunch of us who have watched Video Game Arcade Top 10 despite not being Canadian for the sake of before Smite made arcade. It might have been after, I can't remember, but we watched a bunch of like Nick Arcade, and then Andy brought up, I think it was either Andy or Loon brought up the Canadian equivalent. I like when Nicholas Pickles tricks little kids into putting themselves into trash cans for prizes.
I like that the third place winners get a KFC Big Crunch Canada or Big Crunch sandwich, Canada's favorite chicken sandwich.
God, for me, my favorite was always when like there would be some like weird prizes. It would be like, you get a video game, you get a certificate to your favorite place, you get an Enya CD. Like, it was always some very strange choice.
Well, those are treasured in Canada. Come on,
because the thing is, they were doing the same thing, like where they did. It was like also TRL to a certain extent or whatever. So like, they would talk about music videos and the latest music stuff as well. It's weird and it's all over the place and it's not very well done. It's very much on a very small budget.
Transgender pride, non-binary pride.
Yo, thank you for the resub. And yeah, they would have like weird segments about like, they're like, that's very good, Super Mario, I love him, love those brothers. Oh, also, let's have a quick aside and talk about what, I don't know why all I can think of is Enya right now, but just think weird, like Nirvana, they would like bring up, they'd be like, let's see what Nirvana's doing. Oh, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I think I remember one of them talking about the Canadian band, the Philosopher Kings, a bunch.
That sounds right. Yeah, that sounds like one that would come up for sure.
Who, in case you're wondering if you missed something good, you didn't. Don't worry.
So have you ended up losing this race at the exact same point each time so far?
I mean, it's before I get to the checkpoint to turn in my stars for additional time. So, kind of.
Yeah, it's like right about here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cut right here. Like a brain genius. Oh, that would be my phone going off. I just got a message again that my thing is undeliverable. Great, after the 5th time I've given them my address. It's being held at the carrier.
You're not the only one getting that as a problem.
I know, but this one's just because my deliverer is a fucking idiot, and apparently it's a new guy who's like, that address doesn't exist, and I called in and said, yes, it does. And they're like, okay, we'll send it back out. He still says you don't exist, though.
Are you sure you exist, Ty? Can you be certain?
Like, literally, this order, the thing that makes it so frustrating is it's for a product placement thing on stream, so I actually do give a shit about it showing up.
Speaking of ordering stuff, I did also order something myself today.
Ooh.
I will, in fact, finally be a sword owner.
Congratulations.
What'd you get?
A messer.
Oh, nice.
The long and thin style, the Kriegsmesser. Messer.
Mm-hmm. Surprisingly, I only have like one real sword in my possession. I've got a ton of like fake shitty ones that people gave me, but I only got the one real one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
I'm not gonna get it for like 1 to 3 months, so I mean I'll show it when I get it.
This controls so bad in water mode. Like, it already was not good. This is worse than ice. This is like measurably worse than ice, which for what it's worth is pretty accurate to driving. Driving over water sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Why are people talking about Musou in chat? I looked away for a second.
It came up a while ago.
Oh.
I don't remember. I saw it. I don't remember exactly what started it.
Yeah, whatever. Here's the correct opinion. Hyrule, and this is definitive, and don't fucking at me if you disagree, because you're wrong. Hyrule Warriors HD, number 1. Number 2, One Piece Pirate Warriors 3. Number 3, Samurai Warriors 4-2. All the rest of them. It doesn't matter. Beat the other 3 first, then go to it. However, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 is coming out soon, and that looks dope as fuck. Time to try this one.
I mean, if the game's gonna have the Wano arc, it's probably gonna do the same thing with it as 3 did with Dressrosa.
Where they just kind of make it up and wrap it up and vend it so that they can have an ending. Yeah. Oh boy.
Because the Wano arc is not even close to being done yet.
The Attack on Titan one is not good. It is it's one of the worst ones. Not like as bad as Berserk Warriors, and obviously not as bad as Dynasty Warriors 9, but it's not a good one. The difference between
it is a fucking tragedy that Berserk Warriors is bad.
Yeah, and it's a tragedy that Attack on Titan became so deeply Nazi sympathizer bullshit.
It did? I have not kept up with the
Yes,
at all.
it is bad.
Oh, lovely.
I regret to inform you, Attack on Titan became insanely racist.
I mean, I've never watched it, so...
Yeah. There's a lot of... Yeah, the writer is a nationalist, and it's super dead, so... If you haven't seen Attack on Titan and are considering it, consider instead... Don't. Yeah, the big twist is it was the Jews, which is not a great twist.
Please consider instead maybe Hajime no Ippo. That might bring some.
Is that is that the dope boxing one?
Yes, that is the one that is made by an actual cornerman.
Hell yeah!
It is one of my favorite mangas / animes. It is.
I tried to jump, so I got fucked. In Stunt Race FX, I dared do a stunt, and for it, my head.
The animation in Hajime no Ippo, it's not realistic. It is definitely realistic to what it feels like, though. Like, everything is animated what it feels like to dish. Like, not actual throwing and taking punches, what it feels like. It's great.
Oh, the reversing is so bad because you can't really turn properly while you reverse. Like, you have too much startup on turning. Like, you have to back up in a straight line for a little bit before it'll let you start turning. So I was just stuck going back and forth and completely unable to turn for quite a bit there.
Agile Gamer, yeah, Megalobox is pretty good. I'd recommend it.
Yeah, I've heard good things about Megalobox. I'm really behind on anime because, like, there's been a lot of it where it's like, I hear some people get excited about an anime, and then I have a friend who I trust dearly make a video about how it's extremely bad and incredibly fascist, and I'm like, ah, good, so I'm just gonna wait and dodge those and get some recommendations later.
Yeah. Vinland Saga's good. Vinland Saga kind of starts off slow. I know that the guys in Anime Night didn't like it that much because the first episode or two aren't that great, but it gets much better.
Vinland Saga is a series that I actually own the manga for, and is one of my favorite series.
I ain't got time for comic
love the manga
of all time.
I love the manga. When I've heard they're finally adapting it, I was fucking psyched.
I still don't know what the anime I'm gonna get to watch next is because we haven't decided. It's Vicus and Serene's turn to choose. I think just Vicus exclusively first, and then it'll be Serene after. But I don't know if Vicus has decided yet what the next anime is going to be.
29
I don't know if I'd say that Askeladd is the best boy
on
Onomatopoeia. I can't sorry if I'm yeah, Askeladd is not the best boy, but he's a great boy.
I mean,
because he's kind of a massive dick.
Thorkel's right there.
Yeah, Thorkel is best boy.
What?
Ashlad's right there, but Thorkel is also there, and Thorkel is the best.
And these are all real. Thorkel's a real person, by the way.
Yes, Thorkel the Tall was a real person.
I need to find some more animes to run through.
I do like how they changed his historical motivation for joining the British, though.
My question is, have you thought about which movie you're doing for the next in-between?
Oh, like, it's already been decided
are you
and
doing
announced. It is Grown Ups 1 and then Grown Ups 2.
Oh.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah. I mean, I'm used to it, you know. It's... You can only be poisoned so many times before someone's like, ooh, beware the hemlock, and you're like, yeah, whatever, give it to me already. Just fucking hand me that hemlock. I got some shit to chug, dude. I got places to be. I have no idea how I was supposed to make that jump.
Speaking as somebody that watches bad movies a lot, there is nothing worse than a bad comedy.
Yes, absolutely. Like, I think the Riddler Media guy is going about that too, but yeah, bad comedies are just the worst.
Yeah, because it means there's nothing of value. Like, there's literally nothing at a bad comedy. That's kind of what makes it... Are you serious?
Nice. You crossed the finish line, but nope.
Hand me that hemlock. I gotta do a big sippy real quick.
Man, big sippy. It's misery.
Yeah, it's bad. Well, you've done a big sippy now too, right? I almost forgot.
I've absolutely done a big sippy now. I swallowed, I choked down every last little fucking drop of that broth. All I had left was garbage tortellini.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to check real quick the UPS pickup place where they told me they have it. It is a 2-hour and 10-minute drive. If they think I am going to go get that
good.
from them, they can get fucked. Assuming that may have been on public transit directions for whatever reason. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I need to go take a drive. It is a 46-minute drive. Nope, I'm gonna call them and yell at them. It's the wildest thing. They just refuse to give me a number for the actual physical store and keep just giving me the customer helpline, who just keep saying, oh, we're gonna send a message to them to do it. Not us, though. All right, well, that's gonna do it for me. My voice is starting to go out a little bit, and we've got some Fire Emblem coming up tomorrow. Got some exciting stuff Friday. I've got a game I want to show off tomorrow that a dev friend of mine just handed me an early build of. So I'll definitely want to be showing off a little bit of that. Would you like to plug your stuff, everyone else in this call?
Sure.
Good for once. I'm all set.
Okay.
I'm Evil Urchin 162. I've been streaming a bit. I've been sick this week, so I haven't been doing much. And I was doing Dark Souls, but now apparently I have to do Vector Man, so I'll be downloading that at some point in the near future. Just because. So look out for it.
Twitch.tv/thevoiceofdog.
All right.
Patreon.com/doc_is_human. I do videos and I build games. I'm in the middle of building a tabletop RPG right now, which is a lot of fun.
Nice.
All right, sick. Let me make sure Loon's not in here. Okay, Loon, A_raving_Loon. I'm gonna play on Loon's behalf. All right, I'll catch y'all later. I'm gonna host you all over to Zeno. Have a good night.
Good night.